Okay, so in this movie, I've already created my own copy of Remote Tap, so let's just go ahead and open this up, show package contents, and here we've got each one of these VCR PHP, record PHP, dish PHP. These are all different little pages that I've created for each separate component. You don't have to create a separate one. You can create one big long fat page that just has, you know, breaks or whatever it is that separates all of your different buttons for your different functions, and you can just use the iPod Touch or iPhone and just scroll up and down. I like having the separation of different pages. So let's work with that. So in Zephyr you have, remember I showed you in the previous movie that you can get the component and then it gives you all these pre-done functions, and if there aren't any in there, then you can record your own functions. So let's open up record or rec.php, and that's basically my receiver. But first, real quick, I want to show you the one that it comes with, the remote tap. This is what you get, excepting this button and this button. You get to play the volume up, down, fast forward, and reverse. But I added these little jog buttons because some podcasts that I listen to have kind of long-winded commercials, and though I know, you know, in some circles you probably should not skip over the advertisements. I know who the advertisers are, so the point isn't lost. But I just don't need to listen to them, so I just like to skip through them, and that's just an Apple script iTunes event. So what we're looking at here basically is each one of these maps is just a basic map and on-click events, and it runs the script that you create. Now these scripts are really simple, and in the next movie when we're talking more about Zephyr and the script editor, I'll give you the really basics of it. It's really simple. So anyway, I created my own page called rec.php, and you can see it's just a background image with these mapped areas. And since my JVC receiver has all these different buttons on it, I chose the buttons that I wanted to use and the corresponding Apple scripts. So I've got the ability to choose CD, FM, videotape, blah, blah, blah buttons. But I've also incorporated these, so if I want to ever turn up the volume on the receiver itself, I can do that. If I want to turn up the volume on the computer itself, I can do that. And then a home button to go back to the main page, which is just a selector for the different components. So once you've got your page and you've got everything mapped out, you're ready to tie it to the scripts. Or you can do the scripts first, so you know what, you don't have to remember what your naming convention was for each button. Whichever way you feel comfortable doing it, it's all just got to tie up together at the end. So now on to the Apple scripting.
Why you always wear hair so short? You've been hanging around with that dirty model again. Keep on showing us disrespect, so I think it's time for you to change your act, 'cause the world